What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bright, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead, and I hate The Walking Dead? Well, no, that's just the thumbnail. I got this from another group on Facebook. They say, I hate The Walking Dead, plot rules, we're on the run, find a safe place isn't safe, conflict, repeat steps 1 through 4. And I thought it was a very interesting discussion topic. And again, just to be clear, I do not hate The Walking Dead, but hit that subscribe button, like, share, subscribe if you love The Walking Dead or love hating on The Walking Dead or just want to discuss The Walking Dead or anything else. This is a great channel for you. Now, I hate The Walking Dead. I saw this in another group on Facebook and I was like, let's talk about this. And if you want to rant about The Walking Dead, please do post your comments below. But I remember watching the first episode of The Walking Dead and I was hooked. I loved it from the very beginning. Now, from season 1 to season 11, it's come a long way. Take me back to the first season. Rick, Morgan, Bicycle Girl, Daryl, Carol, the Quarry, Shane, Lori. There's a lot of good things about it, but it's not perfect. It's not a perfect show by any means. There's tons of plot holes, stuff doesn't make sense, and if you're looking for realism, it's a fictional zombie apocalypse. And yes, we love The Walking Dead because it's kind of like the most realistic thing, except for this stuff right here, because the walkers were doing things early on in season 1, and then that changed. But in season 1, they were jumping over fences, they were carrying rocks, banging on glass, they were being more human after all. But again, this is a zombie apocalypse drama. It's a zombie drama. There's going to be problems. There's going to be stuff that makes sense, that doesn't make sense. You're going to have the soap opera feel. It's just what the show is. Yes, the Shane-Lori dynamic, but it builds the drama, problems. You can't just be fighting zombies the entire time. And who was taking care of Rick all this time? He was in the hospital for a long time. He shouldn't even be alive, right? And yes, they've made some terrible decisions over the course of the series that really pissed a lot of fans off, that's for sure. Now, this person talked about The Walking Dead and they wrote some of this. I resisted for years only because I don't watch TV, but when I grew curious, what I saw was disheartening about The Walking Dead TV show. Skipping the apocalypse by stealing 28 Days Later's framing device, shocks drawn from a dozen undead movies, characters out of soap operas, and zombies with zero personality. That's barely any concern for food, water, or ammo, or society at large. Nothing funny happens, and the plot changes very little from one season to the next. That said, I don't find the show dismissible. It's simply not for me. I think I prefer movies because the stories require less padding. In spite of this, I absolutely acknowledge that the existence of The Walking Dead is a huge boon for writers of zombie fiction. I'm one of those people too. But I thought it was interesting that a person mentioned 28 Days Later because it's definitely, there's some questionable things like this, right? But, so here's my beef. I'm by no means Superman, but I'm a prepper and I do have military special operations background. So people have different backgrounds when we watch the show. Again, I didn't write any of these. These are from other people on Facebook. And I can only imagine if you're in law enforcement or, you know, special forces or military, like what you think of The Walking Dead. And there's a lot of people, I believe, I know some people that are in our live streams and, you know, are involved with the channel and they do love the show. So I guess to each their own, right? And then some people like the show. I'm going to disagree with you. The Walking Dead has been a great show. So some people do like it. So it was kind of cool to see some people stick up for the show. And again, not everybody's going to like it, that's for sure. But then this other person writes, something I find amusing about The Walking Dead is that they're in the South and nearly every zombie is wearing long sleeves, saves on the makeup budget. Well, yeah, it kind of does. But then there are people with tank tops on and, you know, the well walker and a bunch of walkers that are iconic. But yeah, predominantly majority of the walkers look like this. Doesn't make sense. Again, it's a zombie apocalypse show. And then a couple of people were watching things and watching different seasons. I made it to midway season 8 before my brain couldn't take any more. And then another person writes, the lack of reality, by now they should have made a safe place. Well, I guess if you stop watching it, I don't know, they did make it to a safe place, but so that's the end game kind of thing. And yes, they made it to Alexandria and the prison, and so they made it to safe places. And I believe Robert Kirkman did say in an article or an interview that he was going to end the comic when they made it to Alexandria. But that's basically how all other zombie shows basically end. They get to a safe place and boop, done. But again, I don't hate The Walking Dead. I thought it was very interesting to see what people are saying about it. And I do have some discrepancies or problems or, you know, just things that don't make sense. The plot holes, stuff that they drag it out forever, stretch it out, stretch it out. And there's been a lot of things that don't make sense, but there's been more things that do make sense. And yes, it's not a perfect show. They made some wrong decisions here and there, but overall, I think it's a great game-changing show for a lot of people. Let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. And if you want to rant about The Walking Dead, it's all good too. That's part of what this video is made for. Thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. Stay safe and tell them Daryl.